man-made cage, trapped in the same old looped up rage. My broken wings wanna break away. I scream.
This is my voice. Wow! Now it's real. Suno now lets you clone your voice inside the platform and use it in your own songs. But before you get too excited, there are a few tricks and a few important things you really need to understand first. So don't worry, I'm going to walk you through all of it. This new 5.5 version comes with several major upgrades. Better vocal quality, more natural expressiveness, a version of your own voice that you can bring into your music, and an internal feature called My Taste, which analyzes your creative preferences, your styles, and certain composition traits so Suno can start understanding your musical language better. The idea is clear. This is no longer just about generating songs. It's about bringing the tool closer to your creative identity. And this is where things start to get really interesting. On the main page, the first thing we're going to do is go to Add Your Voice. And here, you'll see a pretty clear menu with 3 options. You can record your voice, upload audio, or even use something from the library. But we're going for the glorious part first, cloning our own voice by singing. Then I'll show you the other 2 options. This is where the real test starts. You can sing, hum, or just do a simple melody. You do not need to give the performance of your life here. In fact, it's probably better if you don't, because what's really interesting is seeing how Suno responds to something normal, something real, something that pretty much anyone could record at home. If you mess up, it doesn't matter. You can stop, record again, and repeat the process as many times as you want until you get something that feels decent enough. Once you've got it, Suno lets you listen back to it. And it also lets you trim it down, so you keep the part where you sound the most like yourself. That's actually very useful, because sometimes the beginning or the end is not your best part, so here you can keep only the good section. If you don't like how it turned out, just go back and record it again. And before you continue, remember to accept that little terms of service checkbox, because otherwise it won't let you move forward. Once that's done, hit Use Voice, and we move on to the next step, which is pretty important, verification. Here, Suno will ask you to read or sing the phrase it shows on screen, just to make sure this voice is actually yours and not just some random audio dropped in there. Basically, it wants to confirm that the voice you just recorded really matches you. After that, you'll get a screen asking how you would describe your singing. And here, I'd recommend being pretty honest. If you recorded something simple, don't go choosing professional, because that makes no sense. The best move is to pick the option that honestly matches what you just did, so Suno gets a better idea of the kind of voice or performance you're giving it. This is not about impressing the system. It's about helping the system understand you correctly. And finally, you get to the voice details screen. Here, you just give your voice a name so you can recognize it easily later. Add a few style tags if you want, like the type of music or vibe you recorded it with. And if you want, you can also add a short description. Nothing complicated. This is just about keeping your voice saved and organized properly inside your account. Then hit Save. And now, finally, we get to the fun part. Let's test it. Now that we've got our voice recorded, we go back to the main panel, and it'll already be available under Voice, inside My Voices. We select it, and from there, all that's left is to build the rest with a prompt and a style. In my case, I'm going to use lyrics and a style I already had ready. And here comes a very important trick, the sliders. If you want this to come out really strong, I recommend lowering the weirdness and pushing up both style influence and audio influence. That's where this really starts to shine. After that, you generate like normal, and the result can be absolutely wild. In fact, I've already found several impressive combinations and creative variations that deserve a separate video on their own. But today, I want to show you everything new inside version 5.5. Listen to this.
I need to stay okay now. I need to fly, but I close my eyes and I jump that line. I break this quiet, I won't rewind. The freedom hurts so bad in here, so close, so far. I scream it clear, I wanna feel it crack this wall. I fly so high, I lose it all. La 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 la.
now, let's move on to more new stuff. Another important piece here is custom models. This is something different. It creates a style model. Here, you can group songs under one label, like pop, rock, or orchestral music, and use that set as a reference so Suno can better understand that sonic world. In other words, instead of teaching it just one song, you're teaching it a whole musical direction, so it can generate results that feel more consistent and much closer to that style. In one very simple sentence, voices capture your voice. Custom models learn your musical world, and with this, we could start creating albums with a much higher level of consistency. Just imagine combining custom models with your own voice already built into the platform. Now, you're not only giving Suno your vocal identity, you're also giving it a clearer musical direction. That means songs can start feeling more connected, more intentional, and more like they belong in the same artistic world. And that, for anyone serious about building a real project, is a very big deal. And this is only the beginning. As soon as I've had more time to test everything properly, I'll bring you a full tutorial on this new version so you can get the most out of it. But for today, this was about celebrating a huge update, because Suno just made a very serious move. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.